Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Jamison, and this is how I cook. So I have been wanting to answer this question for some time. Which is better, an espresso martini made with vodka or an espresso martini made with tequila? Up next, I'm gonna give you my opinion on this is how I cook. All right guys, before I take a sip, do me a favor, hit that subscription button and turn on those notifications. It helps my channel to grow. So this is our espresso martini made with vodka. I made this with Ketel One vodka. If you want to see the video of how I make that martini, here it is right here above my head. So let's take a sip here and see what we think. Every time I have an espresso martini, I'm always surprised at how refreshing it is. You would think that with the coffee liqueur, the espresso, and in this case, I use a little bit of chocolate liqueur, you would think this would be really sweet and decadent and overindulgent, but this is a perfectly balanced cocktail. It's refreshing, has beautiful notes of coffee in it. You get the wonderful notes from the chocolate to help smooth it out because chocolate and espresso go really well together. And there's a pleasant sweetness here. It's not too syrupy, it's not too heavy. It's a really good drink. Also, the coffee shines through here. I don't get much of the vodka other than just the pleasant warmth in the drink to let you know that, hey, there's alcohol in here. But the vodka doesn't stand out in any way that's noticeable, and it doesn't change the flavor of the cocktail at all. Beautiful execution here, and I hope you guys will try my recipe that I shared with you earlier in the video. Now, let's try the same cocktail, but this time made with Reposado tequila. Hold on, one more sip. Delicious. Here in our coupe glass, we have our espresso martini made with Reposado tequila. So the reason I put it in the coupe glass is so I could tell the cocktails apart because they look identical. So that's the first thing I'm noticing in my comparison is that it looks identical to the one made with vodka. Let me give it a sniff test. Okay, first thing I notice is that I do get a faint hint of tequila in this. Here's the test. Oh. You know, hold on. My goodness. That is surprisingly good. I've never had an espresso martini made with tequila. First thing I noticed is that the tequila is there in the cocktail. You get the taste of it, but it's not forward. It hides really well behind the coffee flavors, the coffee liqueur, the chocolate liqueur. Also, tequila has a little bit of a smokiness to it. That smokiness is so pleasant with the coffee and the chocolate. That might be my favorite version of an espresso martini. So what's the comparison? What's the final verdict? Both of those are amazing cocktails. And if you want the recipe, I have both of the recipes down in the description of the video below. But I've gotta give the slight edge to the espresso martini made with Reposado tequila. I think the smokiness, the flavor notes of the tequila elevate the cocktail, and I am blown away by just how pleasant of a drink that is. It's still just as refreshing, it's still just as crisp, but that little slight addition of the notes from the tequila with the smokiness and those flavors from the tequila, it is an unbelievable cocktail. Well guys, I hope that the next time you're out and about and the bartender asks you, how do you want your espresso martini? Be brave and try it with some Reposado tequila or just some Blanco tequila, but in this case, go with the Reposado tequila. Guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button on the way out and turn on those notifications and tell me down in the comments, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer a traditional espresso martini with vodka, or do you prefer the one that I'm now prefer, an espresso martini made with tequila? Guys, thank you again. I'm Jamison, and we'll talk soon. Be good. Man, wait a minute, hold on. I almost forgot my cocktail. Mmm.